Hi guys, Irit here with a new process video for Shimmerz, and this is the layout I will be creating. I had a lot of fun making it. So I pulled out my a little bit dirty jelly plate, and yeah, this is a really cool tool to play with mixed media. It's really great. I think mostly when you see videos about this, then people use acrylic paint, but I used it with some shimmer goodies and it worked really well. So I'm starting with a couple of the Dazzler pastes. These are shimmery texture pastes, and you can see I just apply it with a palette knife. Now, they are a little, they are texture paste, so obviously they're very, very textured. You have to kind of work at it to spread it with a brayer. It probably would have worked better if maybe I added a little bit of maybe some liquid paint or something like this, just because the texture is, it has like so much texture. I usually use it with a stencil. But this time I just wanted to play a bit, so it worked well. It gave like a cool effect. But it's definitely not the classic way I use these pastes. I just really love the colors, so that's why I use them. And you can see, you can check all the details and the exact colors that I used on the blog post. And yeah, I just use a piece of cardstock. Now, because these, you don't need to apply a lot of product on these plates. You need a very thin layer of whatever it is, paint or whatever you're using, and then it dries really fast. And I also didn't prep my cardstock with any gesso, and it worked really well. So now I wanted to add some minty color, and I'm using Oseiken UC. It's a spray, like a colorings, I think. And when you add it to white, in this case, some white paint, you get a really beautiful minty color. So I added that. You can see I didn't spread it all over the jelly plate, and I also ran this really cool roller stamp on it. And you can go on playing like this for hours and hours and make a lot of backgrounds and papers. But what I also did here is, besides building my background on my cardstock, I also just took some regular printer paper. You see it now on the screen to the left side. And I also did some printing just with that regular paper. And I think I mostly meant to clean my plate between paints, but I end up using it, and I really like it. I will go back to that later. So what I also did, I added some sprinkles on the jelly plate, and you can see it kind of got all smooshed up, and yeah, really creates a cool look. If you don't have the jelly plate, you can either apply things directly to your background. You can do the same with the brayer, just work at it, or use something like a big piece of packaging and try that. It won't give you exactly the same effect, but it's also a really fun way to play. And yeah, I'm just trying all kinds of stuff, not really thinking about it, just picking the colors that I like and playing with them. So this is the jelly plate part, and next I will assemble my layout. Oh, I'm just playing a bit. I had no idea how this would look. And yeah, you can get some really cool effects. I think the brighter the colors you use, then obviously you get more dramatic effects. Here I was really going with some paler colors, adding some pale gold and I had some left over on the plate, so I just grabbed some die cuts and yeah, dipped them in the color, and it looks really cool. I didn't use all these pieces on the layout, but I used the background and the paper there that you see, the regular paper. And what I did was, I don't know, one of the videos I filmed somehow got corrupted or something, and I just couldn't add it, so I couldn't make it work. So what I showed in that video is, you see the scalloped pieces that are now on my layout. I cut these, just freehand cut a bunch of scallops from the printer paper that I colored, and then I ran it through my sewing machine, just 2 layers of this scalloped paper. And what's nice about it is that it's a different texture, than the cardstock, but it's also very thin, because it's regular paper, it's thin, so it doesn't add a lot of bulk, and my sewing machine didn't hate me for sewing through all these layers. And I just really like all that texture, and it's just like regular paper, so if you don't like what the print you made or something, you can just throw it or use it. I also used it here as layers behind my photo. So I'm just going to trim a little bit of my white cardstock after also punching it a little for some texture, and then I'm going to adhere it to this really beautiful like pretty aqua shade of cardstock. And there's my photo there. I also added this cute chipboard flower from Maggie Holmes' Bloom collection, and adding some embellishments. That was too much. These are all from the Bloom ephemera pack. I'm just going to stick with that cute little minty die cut that you see there behind my photo. And this video is supposed to go live on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, and on the 28th, I am launching a new online class with Jen Scow, the talented Jen Scow. And our class is called Make an Impact. And we show you 20 new layouts. Each of us created 10 projects and process videos, and we're just having a lot of fun and really, I don't know, making some really special layouts, I think. I know I used all kinds of techniques that I haven't used before, and it was just a really, really fun class to create. So if you're interested, check that out. Now, this piece of my title, The Good Vibes, is from Dear Lizzie, and it's a watercolor paper, I think, and I just misted it. I started with a kind of a generous misting in gold, and then I just added bits of pink and mint, and I got this really beautiful soft watercolored look. Again, this was in the video that was corrupted, but it was very easy and fun to make. And that's my layout. So check out the blog post for all the specific colors that I used here. And if you place an order with Shimmerz and mention my name, you get a free product of your choice. So that's a really good deal. And here's my finished layout. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.